Welcome back guys, it's Riyan here and you're watching Programming and Tech. So let's start, and this is our fourth video of my Python code, and let's begin without waiting a single moment. So once you open your Anaconda Navigator, it looks like this. Okay, so here you have refresh options and much more. I've explained this in my previous video. So now what you have to do is click on Jupyter Notebook and click on launch. So when you will launch, it will ask you which set of browsers do you need to open. So if you have Chrome, if you have Edge, if you have Mozilla Firefox and any other browser, it will ask you and you can select the browser which you want. So once you select it, then it will, you cannot, you know, there is an option like always use this browser. When you select that box, then after that you cannot change. So I actually selected it, so I can't show you currently. So it's simple, you can understand. So I open in my Edge, so actually I launched it. So once you do that, that will be starting launch here. So yeah, so this is how Jupyter notebooks look. So here you have Anaconda 3, and this is actually yours computer files, desktop, contacts, documents, and much more things. So now actually you have to create a new file, create new and create Python 3, and a new file will be created. But I'm not gonna do it now. I have a file. Don't mess up with files. As a programmer, it's also important to keep your files in a proper order, so when you search you can get it easily. So once you make a file, wait a minute. So it's offline, you don't need any kind of internet connection, it's absolutely offline. Okay, so here it starts, so it takes time. So now when you have created, here it will show new file, so click here. So when you click here, it will show that here it's written new file. You can change your name and rename, but I'm not gonna change. You can do file #1. So let's start coding, and let's start our first code. So first code you have to write. So here you could see how to take notes. So you don't take notes in your books. You take notes in a Jupyter notebook. That's also a notebook. You write comments. So what are comments? Here you could see blue code. That's #first code. Hashtag means it's a comment. So Python will not execute it. Remember it, guys. Okay. Now before you copy this thing and start typing it in a Jupyter notebook, I don't recommend it. I will show you, I will make you understand. So let's start. So first code that you need to write is print. Write print, put a bracket. Wait, let me show you. You have to type PRINT, so it's capital. So turn off your caps lock and print. So it highlights in green, so that means it's a inbuilt word in Python. So we are in our first topic, that's inbuilt words. So inbuilt word means that words are built in, so you cannot use that words. So print, so when you put print, Python will think we have to print something. So now just put a single bracket, and automatically Python will put the second bracket, this bracket, closing bracket, because Python knows that you have gonna close it. If you don't close it, that would be a syntax error. What syntax? Syntax is basically grammar. You have, every language has its own grammar, and syntax means grammar of, not of Python, but of every programming language. And as grammars, as rules, there are more grammar, there is syntax. So first syntax is when you open a bracket, you have to close it. Okay, let's start. So print and put a single quote. So when you type a single quote, again there will be one more single quote. There's one more. So when you start with a single quote, automatically you have to put the single quote in the end. So let me show you. Here you have to type shift H E L L O WORLD. Don't type any other thing. Don't type any your name or what. Why hello world? Hello world means you have entered a world of new language. You're in a Python's world. You have entered this new world. Say hello to this new world. So whatever programming language you learn, your first code should be this. And to execute this, you have to in Jupyter Notebook in other environments or IDs. So basically, Jupyter Notebook is a ID. ID is a place where you type and execute code. VS Code, PyCharm, Spider. There are other IDs, but Jupyter Notebook is easier ID. So in Jupyter Notebook, to run the code, you have to put Shift plus Enter, and here you could see. Wait a minute. So this box is the code. Jupyter. Let me show you Jupyter. This box is the code, and this hello world is the output. So here you could see Python removed the bracket. Python removed this uh, single quotes. Yeah. So here Python gave output hello world. So what's the best thing about Jupyter Notebook is it shows you output here. In other IDs, almost at the end there will be a line like this. I am dragging my cursor, and below that there will be course learning, and how it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So continuously, uh, you know, every line there will be first line output. That means here you type code, below it will be showing the output. So that will be more confusing to a beginner. But when you become or you start to master any language, you need to put habit of that, because that's actually the thing. While learning, you can use easier methods, but when you are a professional, or when you learn to be and you are a master, then you should start. So yeah, one time print hello. So next thing is to take notes. How to take notes? Notes is basically comments. So Python doesn't say notes, it says comments. So to take comments, what you have to do is, let me remove this first code. Yeah. So now I have written the first code. So the first code means that when I will be reopening, so you have to write comments even if you are master. The reason is you made a software or a app, whatever, and now after some time you want to update it. So when you will open its code again, then it will be difficult to identify you. You are not gonna change or rewrite it again. You are gonna change a few elements to find elements. To make it easy, you write comments. So that's when you start making applications. So while taking notes also you write comments, and while making application. So for example, let me take these codes are meant for an application. Let me make. So now when I will be come to update it, I can see first code hashtag. So that means this is the first code. If I wanted to edit the first code, I can edit over here. Let's show you how to take comment. So first of all, you have to type whatever. So here I will type first code. So when I type first code, that's in a black. And now let me run it, shift press enter. Now you could see the first, the most important feature of Jupyter Notebook. That's, here it's showing syntax error, invalid syntax, and here it's showing first code. That means print hello world is proper. That means print hello world has no problems in the syntax, but first code has the problems with the syntax. That means you have to actually, Python cannot identify first code. The reason is Python is a language, and language is a medium. Language is a medium of speaking. So Python actually converts this hello world to 010101. Your computer or the sec, the main device doesn't know ABCD or English. It only knows two numbers, not any words. 0 1, and that's is binary language, and that Python converts it 0101010101 in a different patterns. So coming back to first code, you have to click control plus slash. So that become hashtag came here automatically. Control plus slash is a shortcut. And now when I put shift plus enter, Python is okay. He says, okay, I have to do only print hello world. For this first code is your comment. I doesn't need, I am don't have any business with the first code. So, so I think video is getting longer. So next video will be starting, because if we take fastly, then it's quite difficult. This time for basics, so we'll master basics and then we can move fast. So to take comments, write uh, take comments or notes, write what you want to write and then press control plus slash. So that's all for today's video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe now, turn on the notification bell, like this video, comment me down how was the video, and share it to more and more people and tell them to subscribe. Bye bye, see you in my next video.